Okay, so here I am. We're up at the condo. We've been snowboarding all day. As you can tell, I have hat hair and helmet hair and been sweating and having fun. Anyhow, so now I'm going to make the pumpkin pie that we're going to pass down to my daughter-in-laws, Drea and Becca. And hopefully they can make this and carry this tradition on because my boys love this pie. So here we go. Okay, so here's the pie crust, deep dish pie crust. Then you're going to take one out, let it thaw, as the package says, poke it with a fork, and cook it according to the directions. Take it out and let it cool. Once that starts cooling, then you can start on the pie filling itself. Okay, here's the pie crust. I've got the timer on for 20 minutes. We're going to let it thaw, and then we're going to poke it with a fork. Okay, so now 20 minutes is up. We're going to poke it with a fork. Not just once, but you're going to poke it all the way. I make straight things down, straight lines. Then when you're done at the bottom, then you poke the sides. Okay, so now it's done. Put it on a cookie sheet. We're at the condo, so this is all I have to use. Put it in the oven. It's at 400. It says 7 to 9 minutes. Okay, I'm used to having an egg separator, but there's none up here, so we're going to have to make do. Crack the egg. Put the egg yolk into the pan. Do 3 of those. Okay, 2. Okay. Okay, the egg whites you're going to set aside. You're going to do them later. The 3 eggs you're going to put over on the stove. Okay, next you take a Libby's can of pumpkin pie mix, or 100% pure pumpkin. Now, this is kind of the weird part. You're going to take... Bring the camera on. You don't really use the whole can. You just kind of scoop it out, and whatever's left, I don't use. You don't scrape the whole thing out, just kind of looks about like that. Okay, next you're going to use half a cup of sugar, white granulated sugar. Pour it in. Stop.
Go.
Okay, next is a half a cup of milk. Pour that in. Next is a half a teaspoon of salt. Pour that in.
Okay.
Okay, next is half a teaspoon of ginger, ground ginger. Next is half a teaspoon of ground nutmeg.
Okay.
Next is half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Okay, if it comes out puffy, just poke it with a fork. And you want it to be kind of golden brown. I'm going to put it in for maybe 1 more minute because we're up here at 7,000 feet. Okay, so here's another minute. That's what it looks like. Take it out and set it someplace where it can cool. Okay, next you need to buy a box of these original gelatin unflavored envelopes. It's by Knox. You find it in with the Jello section. You're going to take it in, open it. You're going to use one of these packets for later. I'm getting it out now.
Okay, Tom.
Okay, everything's in now. You're just going to slowly stir it, get it all mixed up. I haven't turned the heat on or anything yet. It's the double boiler. The water's already in it. And I'm just going to mix this up. Okay. Okay, here's what it looks like all mixed up. I'm going to turn the heat on. And usually about a medium heat. And basically, you have to stir it constantly while it's on this heat. You cannot walk away or let go or do it. You have to stir it for the whole time. Normally, I cook it about 20 to 25 minutes, and the directions say to cook it until it's thick. So basically, that seems thick, but it's really not. You want it to just not want to come off the spoon. So at about 20 minutes. Now, because we're up here at altitude, it may take longer. We'll wait and see, but basically you just keep stirring this and stirring this. The water may boil over in your double boiler. That's okay. You can take it off over the sink, get rid of a little bit of the water if you need to, but basically should be okay. You just want to heat it up. So we'll keep stirring this for 20 minutes and see how it is.
Okay.
Pressed it? Okay, it's been 25 minutes here. This is what I'm considering done. You take it, it doesn't really want to come off the spoon. Either way, it's pretty much fork sticks in it. So we're considering that done. So then what you're supposed to do, take it off, and you need to put it in a sink of cold water.
Okay, it's in cold water.
This is cold water to cool, but you need to hold the handle so it doesn't get water in it for me. Okay, next you're going to take your gelatin. You're going to pour it in a bowl with 1/4 cup of water, and you're going to stir it. And basically what you want to do is dissolve the gelatin mix so it's not clumpy or anything. And the gelatin mix here is what's going to make the pumpkin harden, so when you eat it, it's just not all runny. So you can put that in to the into the pumpkin mix. Just stop it a minute. Okay, and I'm going to stir in the gelatin mix. And then we're just going to let that sit there and cool. Okay, so as this is waiting in the sink, cooling off, I usually do it about 10 minutes. While that's cooling, then we're going to do the next part, which is beat the egg yolks. Sorry, egg whites. Basically, you want to beat them so that when they tip up, they make a little peak. So if they make a little peak, they're good.
All right.
I gotta get in front of you a minute. Okay, you're gonna take the pumpkin mix and you're gonna pour it into the egg whites. And 1/2 cup of sugar. I'm going to mix it, fold it all in. And it's all mixed up now. I'm going to be pouring it into the pie shell that we've already cooked, that we've set aside that's cooling. Just kind of fill it up. And then you take wax paper, cover it with wax paper. I take my scissors, cut off the excess. You put it in the fridge, and I usually make this at night, let it cool overnight in the fridge, and then by tomorrow when you cut the pieces, it'll be all perfect, and there you go. So I hope you guys make it good, because this is a favorite. Top it with Cool Whip, and there you go.
Enjoy.
Enjoy.